disasters. This year there have been fires, plane crashes, earthquakes, and volcanic eruptions. All our guests tonight have survived disasters.
Hi, I'm Bill Daniels. I live in Chicago. I was working in my office on the 28th floor of a skyscraper. I was dictating some letters to my secretary when the fire bell rang. I rushed out to the lift, but it wasn't working. The stairs were full of thick smoke. We couldn't go down, so we had to go up to the roof. When we got there, some people were waiting calmly. Others were shouting and screaming wildly. A helicopter managed to land on the roof and rescued 6 of us before the building collapsed.
My name's Martha Huggins. I was on holiday in the South Pacific, and I was staying on Pagohiti, a small island. I was having a rest when the volcano erupted. The noise woke me up. I looked through the window. Everybody was running towards the harbor. I just put on a coat and ran to the harbor too. I managed to get on a ship. It was leaving when the lava hit the town.
Hello, I'm George Green. I'm a farmer. I was working in the field behind my house when I saw the plane. It was on fire. Smoke was coming from the engines, and it was coming down fast. I was running towards my house when it crashed into the trees behind me. I heard a terrible explosion. When I woke up, I was lying in an hospital bed.
Good evening. My name's Michael Pert. My wife and I were staying with friends on Santa Monica in the Caribbean. We were having dinner when the earthquake began. Everything shook. All the plates and food fell onto the floor. We were picking everything up when the ceiling fell onto us. We couldn't move, and we had to wait for 3 hours before help arrived. Travelling by air.
Can I check in here for the British Airways flight to New York?
Yes, sir. May I see your ticket and your passport?
Here you are.
That's fine. Can you put your suitcase on the scales, please?
Of course. How much does it weigh?
23 kilos. I'm sorry, but you'll have to pay an excess baggage charge.
Oh, it's only 3 kilos overweight.
Yes, sir. That's £6. Thank you. Would you like to go through to the departure lounge?
British Airways Flight 179 to New York is now boarding at Gate 4.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
I didn't hear that announcement. Which flight did they call?
Flight 179 to New York. Are you going there?
Yes.
So am I. Gate 4's this way. Follow me.
May I search you, sir? It's just a security check.
Of course.
Thank you. What's this in your pocket?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. It's just a metal comb.
May I see it, sir?
Certainly. Here it is.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Captain Gibson and his crew welcome you aboard British Airways Flight 179 to New York. We're now flying at a height of 30,000 feet. Our speed is approximately 600 miles an hour. We'll land in New York in 5.5 hours. The temperature in New York is now minus 3 degrees centigrade. In a few minutes you'll be able to see the Irish coast. Our stewards and stewardesses will serve lunch in half an hour.
I've cut myself.
Oh! This knife's sharp. I've cut myself.
Oh, let me see it. It's okay. You haven't cut yourself badly. It's only a scratch.
But my finger's bleeding.
Oh, don't be a baby. It isn't bleeding much. I'll get a bandage. Did you see the play on television last night?
No, I didn't. What was it?
Romeo and Juliet. I cried.
Cried? Why?
Well, it was very sad. At the end, Romeo killed himself and then Juliet killed herself.
Sounds silly to me. Why do they kill themselves?
For love.
They were silly, weren't they? Now, my guests tonight are the two rock musicians, Dean and Darren Osborne. Hello. Now, you both play the guitar very well. Did anyone teach you?
No, we just bought some guitars and we taught ourselves.
I see.
Sorry I'm late.
That's all right, Mrs. Green.
It was our first wedding anniversary yesterday.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. We went to that new restaurant in the high street.
Did you enjoy yourselves?
Oh, yes, we had a very good time. We had 2 bottles of champagne.
Have you seen my new electric cooker?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's got an automatic timer. It can switch itself on and off.
Choosing a pet.
Good afternoon, madam. Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a pet for my son. Can you suggest anything?
What kind of pet does he want? A traditional pet, a cat, or a dog? Or something unusual?
Well, he'd like a snake or a crocodile. But he isn't going to get one.
We've got a nice Alsatian dog at the moment.
An Alsatian? Did you say an Alsatian? Oh, no. I've read about them in the paper. They're very big and savage.
Oh, no, madam. They aren't as savage as some dogs.
Really?
Oh, yes. Last week we had a small dog. It was only as big as your handbag, but it was as savage as a tiger. It bit me 3 times.
Perhaps not a dog, then.
How about a cat?
A cat? They aren't as friendly as dogs, are they?
No, but they don't eat as much as dogs either. And they're very clean. They wash themselves every day.
Oh.
Or how about a bird? A parrot or a budgie? We've got both.
Which do you recommend?
Well, budgies aren't as easy to train and they never speak as well as parrots.
Yes. But budgies don't need as much space as parrots, do they?
That's true. Budgies are very popular because they're so easy to keep.
Yes. But they're a bit noisy, aren't they? I want a quiet pet.
A quiet pet? Well, how about a goldfish? There's nothing as quiet as a goldfish.
Checking an alibi. There was a bank robbery in central London yesterday. Just before closing time yesterday, a robber entered the Butcher Street branch of the National Westminster Bank. He was carrying a shotgun and wearing a stocking mask over his head. There were only a few customers in the bank at the time. He made them lie on the floor while the cashier was putting the money in a sack. As he was leaving, the security guard tried to ring the alarm. The robber shot him, and the guard is now in St. Patrick's Hospital. Surgeons are trying to save his life. Last night, the police arrested a man in South London. He is now helping the police with their inquiries.
On Tuesday afternoon, I was at Ascot Races with my girlfriend, Isadora Bell. We left my flat at 1 o'clock in my white Jaguar and drove to Ascot. We didn't stop for petrol, but we had lunch in a pub. I don't remember the name of the pub, but it was somewhere between London and Ascot. We had beer and sandwiches outside. We arrived at the racetrack at 1:55 in time for the first race. We stayed there until the last race at 5 o'clock. We were very lucky. I won a lot of money, but I can't remember exactly how much. That's why I had a lot of money with me when the police came to my flat at 5:30. I left Isadora in central London. She wanted to buy some clothes in Oxford Street. I don't know where she is now. You're John Alfred Smithers.
Yes, I am.
You're 36.
Yes, that's right. It was my birthday yesterday.
You sell cars.
Yes, I do. And other things.
You live in Ealing.
Yes, I do. I've lived here all my life.
You went to Ascot races yesterday.
That's right.
You weren't alone.
No, I wasn't. I was with Isadora Bell.
But you're married. Smithers.
Yes, but I haven't seen my wife for 3 years.
I see. Now, you left your flat at 1 o'clock.
Yes, about 1 o'clock.
You were in your Jaguar.
Yes, I was.
You didn't stop for petrol.
No.
You had lunch in an Indian restaurant.
Oh, no, we didn't. We had lunch in a pub.
You don't remember the name of the pub?
No, I'm afraid I don't.
You had chicken and chips.
No, we had beer and sandwiches outside.
You arrived in time for the first race and stayed until the last race.
Yes.
You were very lucky.
Yes, I was.
You won £5,000.
No, I can't remember exactly how much.
There was £5,000 in your flat.
Was there?
You don't know where Miss Bell is now.
No, I'm not her husband.
But you left her in central London because she wanted to buy some clothes.
Yes.
It's very interesting. Mr. Smithers, you've got a very fast car.
What do you mean?
The last race at Ascot began late and it didn't finish until 5:25. So you drove from Ascot to central London and back to Ealing in 35 minutes in the rush hour. That's impossible, Mr.
Dinner with friends.
Hello, Ken. Hello, Barbara. Come in. Shall I take your coat?
Oh, thank you very much. What a lovely house.
I'm glad you like it. Dinner's nearly ready.
Where's Anna?
Oh, she's in the kitchen. She'll be here in a minute. Just going to the dining room. How about a drink before dinner?
That's a nice idea.
Here we are.
Ah.
Dinner's ready. Sit down, everybody. Thank you very much, Anna. Everything looks wonderful. It smells delicious, too. I'll put the salad in the middle of the table. Shall I serve you? No, it's all right. We can help ourselves.
Yes.
Rob, could you pour the wine, please? Ken, help yourself to vegetables, too.
Would you like some more brandy, Barbara?
Oh, no thanks. No more for me. I'm driving tonight.
Oh, come on. Just a small one.
No, really, I mustn't. I'll help Anna with the washing up.
Washing up? No, don't worry. We always leave that until the morning. Here are your coats.
Thanks. It's been a marvellous evening. It was very kind of you to invite us.
Don't mention it. It was nice to see you again.
Well, we enjoyed ourselves very much.
I'm glad you must come again.
Good night. And thanks again.
Good night. And drive carefully. It's a very wet night.
The bad boy of British football.
Stanley Walsh, the Eastfield United football star, is in the news again. Yesterday, he didn't arrive for a training session. Last night, Brian Huff, Eastfield's manager, was very angry. Stanley has had a lot of arguments with Huff. Huff spoke to our reporter last night.
Where is Stanley, Mr. Huff?
We don't know.
When did you last see him?
We spoke to each other 5 days ago. I haven't seen him since then.
How angry are you?
Very. This is the end. Stanley Walsh won't play for us again.
But Stanley's the best player in England, isn't he? Did he give a reason?
No, he didn't.
Has Stanley got any personal problems, Mr. Huff?
I don't know. But he's a very selfish man. He only thinks about himself.
Our reporter later spoke to Mrs. Lucy Walsh in her £50,000 apartment.
Where is Stanley, Mrs. Walsh?
I don't know, and I don't care.
When did you last see him?
We haven't seen each other for 2 weeks.
Have you spoken to each other? or written to each other recently?
No, we never want to see each other again.
But why, Mrs. Walsh?
Ask Stanley.
Our reporter found Stanley at his villa in Spain. He was with Inga Carlson, the Swedish actress. He seemed very happy.
How long have you known each other, Stanley?
We met each other in a disco 3 weeks ago. It was love at first sight.
But what about your football?
Oh, football can wait. Inga's the most important thing in my life. We love each other very much and we understand each other.
And your wife, Stanley? What about your wife?
Oh, that finished a long time ago.
What happened?
Well, I was in love with Lucy for a long time. We taught each other a lot, but...
But what?
Well, we started to hate each other. We couldn't even look at each other.
So what are you going to do next?
I don't know. Asking